Well, Merry Christmas to all my subscribers, wherever you may be, across the pond or wherever. I'm going to have a go today at a scene from Crail, which is up in Scotland, and this lovely in Fife. And look at this interesting scene here. There's a lot going on here. A lovely little harbour scene. Boats. I love boats. Who doesn't love boats? But they've got a lot going on there. A lot of interest. We've got the harbour wall there, and a few of these interesting boats. This yacht up here on the hard standing, and this reddish maroony coloured with this covering and a bit of fishing paraphernalia here. But what I've got to do here is I think try and I've certainly got to simplify it. It's there's a lot going on there, and I've got to try and capture that, but just enough to tell the story. It got a lot of contrast. It's a fairly overcast sky there. We've got the darks here and the greeny nature of the water there, a little blue here. But what's different today is you may not be able to see the sketch there, but what I've done is sketch it out, and I've got it on oil paper, would you believe, oil paper, from Winsor & Newton, A4 size. So I'm going to give this a try, and this is quite an interesting product, really, because you can, when you're travelling, if you go away and you want to travel light, I've just got it taped to a board here, but when it's dry, of course, you could have a whole pack of them and not taking a lot of space at all. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with that. As I say, I've got it fairly simplified there. Just trying to find somewhere to put my iPad so I can get a glimpse of it as my reference. Yes, there it is. Right, so let's go for the conventional view, of course, is you go for our darks. Let's get our darks in. I think some of that wall, I think I've got to get that in really, so I'm just going to block it in. Really, I'm not familiar with this painting surface, so that's going to be quite a new thing to me. So I've got some seed oil. I think it's poppy oil, actually. So this is quite a little wall here. It comes up here. It's the harbour wall, really. So I'm going to try and block in these areas. And it's darker along the bottom, of course. We'll deal with that as we go. So I'm going to keep this fairly simple for the moment. Get these masses in, just try and see them as masses rather than anything specific like that. Right, then I've got here in this area on this hard standing, so I'm going to get something, a bit of blue, a little titanium with it, so I can get a bit of a greyish colour, asphalt colour. Let's see what we've got with that. Right, let's have a look. Yes, I think we can do that. So here there's all the paraphernalia of the harbour side, lobster pots and different bins and barrels and boxes. So let's leave that for the moment, and we could put, as I say, now I can't see exactly what they all are, but you can paint what you see rather than what you know. So I can put some different colours here and boxes. Actually, while I've got this colour here, it just happens to be the colour of that hull of that boat there, fishing boat, which is just laid up here. Like that. Right, and then a slightly lighter area on this top where the canvas is. Let's emphasize that a little bit of titanium there, along with that bit of red I've got still on my brush. Got these canvas, this cover here. There we go. And then I've got a different sort of red actually out here on this boat here. So I've got some cadmium red. So I've got to always a little bit orangey as well. So let's get that going. It's a good red. I think I'll put a bit of crimson alizarin with it as well. Yes, I think it needs to be. We're going to have a red. Let's have something interesting. There. That's it. And then I need a sharper, smaller brush. Let me see, I've got more control. Got a little tiny brush here. This is a sable actually, but don't use this one very often, but I need fairly sharpest edge and some control there. And we've got some reflections here. So I think we'll bring that down there. And it's a good idea to look around sometimes and see where you can use a colour that you have on your palette. And I have here a sort of rooftop, which is a sort of bit of terracotta bricky colour. A little red, a little orange there. And I've also got some out here as well on some of these village houses here. So I'm just going to block them in. Vary the colours. Get some straight edges time to time there. And actually I'm going to get this this bit of the sea down, because that's quite dark actually. So let's deal with that. Clean off this sable. I'm going to use a small one, but I'll keep that one good. All right, let's get a bigger brush to get that. Yes, I've got a flat here. This is a graduate Daleroni. So let's get a bit of that green going. I've got a nice bit of olive here on my palette, and some Viridian, which we can get a nice colour, I think, going with this. Yes, yeah, you can see it's trying to paint around some of these areas to preserve some white there, although of course preserving a white area is not so much an issue with oil paint, more so with watercolour, but I can just paint over with a white or wipe off to bring back some lighter areas. So that comes right down here. And the wall, I got to bring some brown down for that wall. Let's just scrub this in a little bit. I need to vary it a little bit as well. We've got some right, let's get some reflection of the sky. So clean my brush off a little bit. Bit of oil there. Let's get some titanium white and a nice bluey grey. Get a bit of titanium, a bit of ultramarine. I want it fairly light actually. So let's, yes, we can do that. That's coming up. We'll cut into this with some more brights as we go. But I just want to get these blocked in for the moment. Right, there we go. Some white. Yes, it comes round here, and I'll get the reflection of this boat, which you can't see at the moment because it's just in white. just an outline for it. So I'm going to come back with a little bit more white in places there. Got some reflection is going to come in there for that boat when we get there. Need some more white here. So I'm doing a little bit of mixing on my paper there. It's quite a smooth surface, actually. Give some horizontal strokes as well. We expect the water to have them there, so it's horizontal, of course. And now I need to cut back into that with some of these greens as well. But should I do that now? Yes, why don't I? Some green here. It's quite dark actually, and then yes, I think break this shape up a little bit, because we're going to get some reflections from those, from the village there. And I think I need to put a bit of blue and give some darker passages to it though. That's better, yes, I can see I need that. And under here, I've missed a few of the boats out actually. There's another one there which I might put in, but trying to simplify it, which is the only way you can make sense of them sometimes. Complex picture, you've got to break it down a little bit. Yes, that'll do. Yeah, I'll go with that down. Right, now let's get on. Oh yes, well I've got this green handy. I can scrub in here. This is a bank here, which comes right down to the water side here. So this one was a little bit of dry brush there. And then I can have the lighter passages as well. A little bit of titanium white and give me a lighter greens in areas. There's a few cars parked along the quay here, which I may have a go at. problematic getting cars, but we'll see how we go. Yes, that's not so bad. I can see now. We can put, it's quite a dark part there, so I get a bit of ultramarine mixed in with my viridian and sap green. Try and give some contour to this. Yes, I think so. Yes, and I think it comes over here as well, behind this house. Bit of negative painting there. Just come around that house there. Right, let's do that. Okay, right, now let's get, and I could do actually, well, I've got a little bit of dark, so I'm going to, a little brown, a little green, make a sort of darker tone to the bottom of that wall. It needs to be a fair bit darker, I think. You know, like a seawall, you always got it, all the weed and the water line. Always gives you that mark, sort of tidal mark there. And I need to improve on that wall in a moment, but I can use some of this darks here to give me a bit of a different colour there. I think we need to make that a little bluey grey, so we can mark this roadway out a little bit. I'm squinting my eyes and I can see I need it much darker in parts here. I need a bluey grey, I think. There, let's. Yeah, and I'm going to put some different marks in for all the little paraphernalia that we've got with the old shipping gear. Got to do that. Tubs and barrels and things. Now I think I'm going to, let's put some of the sky in now. So I'm going to make up a sort of greyish colour. Just clean my brush off a little bit. It's a little bit mucky. So let's get some titanium. And just scrubbing it in for the moment. A little bit of green still on my brush. That won't do. I have to go and get my odorless spirit to clean my brushes a bit better. Here we are. Let's it'll be all right there. I can hold it. Let's hope so. Right. Get that big brush again. Let's give it a bit of a swish of the spirit there. Yes, that green has definitely got into the hairs there. Let's see what cleaned it a bit. Yes, I think that's better. Right, back to the sky. Some white and just a little blue there. So we can do this a little bit. Scrub it in. Look around this house here. You'll start to see let's get a bit more oil on my brush. It can flow off a bit better. Bit of negative painting there. Right, that's a bit better. And we've got a yacht mast coming up here. Try and preserve that. And the rigging, oh well, we can put that in. As I said, you can, I'm still doing a little all-in-one session, alla prima, as I say, all in one go. Italian word, I think. But if necessary, you come back the following day and have a slightly drier surface. Well, almost certainly. These are water mixable oils I've got here. Winsor Newton. Right, so that's coming down over that roof line there. We can put some clouds in if we like. There are clouds actually that not your fluffy clouds, they're just cloud banks really. We need a bit more colour there, a bit more paint. A little bit of more blue there though. It's a bluey grey sky actually. Let's just scrub it in here. See what we get. is coming, but I think we need a little more colour here, some more paint. This is a bit of a learning experience using this oil paper, so it's certainly different, very slick actually, this one, which suits in some circumstances. I think others might say they need more texture. Yes, we'll have to put in the masts of that yacht down the road a bit, I think. Now I need some interest in the sky, so we've got to figure out how we're going to do that. What do we add to do that? A little, I think I'm going to put a little ochre actually, just a hint of some yellow ochre with a little bit of titanium to give some more interest, I think. There were banks of cloud scudding across the skies there. Right, now I'm standing back, squinting a little bit. Now I've got to get these buildings in. Well, I've got a bit of this yellowy. Oh, it's gone a little bit grey. No, I've got to put a little bit of ochre in there to vary that bank. All green there. Okay, leave that. Now, should we get on? I'm going to improve on this water actually later, but that's for later perhaps. Let's get and do some of these houses. Yes, I think we need a much smaller brush now. So let's get something with a bit of a point on it. Something that will give me more control. So what have I got here in my arsenal? Yes. How about this one? Can you see that little flat? So I think we'll get that roof in. That's a bluey, slatey colour. So a tiny touch of oil. A little bit of red there. And then bluey, yes, that's got it, I think. Yeah, I can do that. be a little bit careful here. As I said, this surface is quite slick actually. Takes some getting used to it. It's difficult to know whether my paint is, you know, not thick enough. If I put too much oil there, because I've got some poppy seed oil, I think it is. So let's gotta get a bit of an edge along there. Yes, okay, that's a sort of bluey slaty colour, isn't it? Now I'm going to change it by putting a little bit of there's another one here. Another roof there. So you need the oil to make it come off your brush, but then it's a bit too slick. Right. Take it up to there. Right, I think I need to go back to a different brush to give me a bit more control along that edge there. Yes, that can do it. Take it up a little bit and down to that roof line. Right, now on the front of these buildings, they're whitish, but not bright white. So what am I doing there? That's got blue on it. I want some, I need to put some more titanium out, I think. Let's get a bit of ochre there. Yes, that will do it. Yes, so I'm just going to block this in, and then we can put in the window forms later. So resisting the desire to go and put in the details right away, but you don't want to do that. Just get a broad block in, really. There's that one, and we've got anything where else can use that. So I can use that colour a little bit here too. I'm just blocking in these colours. On the hillside there, different colours. Just trying to shift the tone a little bit here and there. And next to it we've got a sort of orangey roof structure, which is just along there. Yes, you can see that. And then you've got all sorts of colours. Some of these buildings in the background. See roof shapes and and then I've got some darker roofs out here. Again, we've got some sort of ochre elements out, I can see on the hillside here. Yes, behind here, the house there. And I'm just going to block in now. I was going to be more precise, but I think you just have to get the shapes in and then we'll try and define them a little bit better with the fine brushes and the detail. Now we need, I think I need some more put some more white out. Now, what colour am I going to do? Yes, there are some browns, little walls and brown structures in places, I think just along there. Yes, I think I need some walls, different colours along here. The windows. Trying to give some form to some of these. See, always needs emphasising, I think. I'm going to put in that boat down the road a bit. That's a little too bright, so I need to grey that parts of that wall, I think. I'll mark it out. Try and leave a little bit of white, lighter edge on the top of the wall. Just catching the light a little bit. My eye needs to go out there as well. So until we put the details, it doesn't really read quite right at the moment. So I think what I need now, definitely more titanium. So let's get that organised. Got some Winsor Newton here. Winsor Newton oil, titanium white. So yes, I think the front of this building I've got to get some colour in that. I think I need some tissue. Clean my brush a bit. Right. So let's clear this. Still got red on this brush. Some oil. Let's clear it. Right, let's get on with the drop in hand. Let's get rid of this red off this brush. I want to put a whitish colour. On the front of that building there. So let's see if I can get something there. Not pure white, but some that it will read. Sort of a little pinky, really. A little bit of red left on my brush, I guess, but there's also pastel colours which you often find in the by the sea, and let's get a bit of bluish, greenish tin. Let's change it anyway. We've got to have something that gives us contrast. Is that when we put the roofs in, that should help. I think I need to bring some green under here still. Bluey greens. It's a darkish colour under the boat there. It's not getting much light, so I'm going to make a greyish colour. Bit of brown, bit of ultramarine. Mix the grey. A dark colour under here. This yacht is sitting on a little trailer there, under there, so there. And we'll put some details on that yacht later. We need docks under here. Right, now let's from that. And how about that roof? Let's get again a brush with a bit of more control. That one is not working for me really. It's a bit battered, I think. I think I'm going to go for a round, something middle of, although, oh, filbert here might, oh, this is a little round one. A number 6. You see that? Number 6, that should do it. We've got to do that one, so let's get some more white. And what shall we add for this one? More ochre. Or a bit, yes, I think so. A bit darker perhaps. Yes, I can do that. Just taking a bit of a liberty with it actually. It's not as yellow as that, but I'm going to just put some thicker white over it, which will take that yellow down a bit. That'll do it. Yes. As I say, they will start to read a little bit when I put some windows in. You know, it's not reading very good at the moment. And we want some orangey ochre. No, a little bit terracotta, a little more orange there. A little bit of crimson alizarin. More dark brown, yes. I want to deal with this roof here. I think I might put some more details in later on that roof, chimney on that side. You can see the side of that building there. Chimney there. Yeah, we'll put some dormers in there, I think, later. We've got to put some windows there. Now let's just vary that a little bit. I think we'll put some dark in that side. So let's get a bit of blue and a bit of brown. See what we've got here. Yes, we've got to have some contrast here with these two surfaces here to make this read. We're looking here down the side of this building. Yes, that's better. I'm getting something to read there. Define this a little bit. More houses in the background there. Lots of different shapes. And then we've got that's a dark brown. Let's get some umber, I think. Let's darken it up a little bit. Put a bit of red with it. Yes, this is a much darker one here. Side of this. Right. We've got to do something on the boat a bit later. There we've put some interest here. A little structure there. Little huts and paraphernalia on the water side there. Right, now we've got to do this. Let's have some bluey. I think I'm going to go for a little blue in this property here. Sort of greyish blue. So just blocking in at the moment, get some shapes in. And then when you've got the shapes, you can put some finer details as you go, as you need them. Almost dry brush there, trying to create some sort of interest. I'm going to put some windows in. And along the front here I can see looks like a van there, a delivery van, so let's leave that a little bit. We can put some windows in later, and we've got it to get the structure of these a wheelhouse on that yacht there, another bit there. Put some detail on in a minute. When we put the windows in, it'll start to read a bit. And we've got to get a dark element on its underside. Yes, can do that. Some like that. Help us with the shape. I notice a nice blue tub there, and on this hull, this boat, there, and then we can put some different elements on these boats as well, these fishing boats. And we need to get some a wheelhouse here in this boat. And wheelhouse this way, yeah. Wheelhouse there. Just suggestions really. You can't do more than that. And mark in some of the... Well, there's the finished painting. I ran out of battery just at the end, so I've pressed on. I hope you're not getting too much glare off of that from the... it's still wet, of course. So let's see what I've done really. Well, I've mainly blocked in, done some work on the windows, the boats, got the boat in here, put the mast in. There are a few additional things that I could do actually when it's drier. I think I will. I think there's a lamp post here that I can put in. Got a little sort of hint of one over there. Done some reflections in the water. But it was, I say, quite a learning curve really to learn to paint on this Winsor & Newton paper, oil-based paper, or it's primed. Just clearly got some gesso on it to stop it, or some barrier to the so the oil doesn't seep in. I'm just taking off the strip here, so we've got a nice clean edge, and there we have it. I don't know what you think of that, but I'll be interested in any thoughts, or if you like it, give me a like, of course, and think about subscribing to the channel. But this is Crail up in Fife, on the east coast, I think that would be, yes, east coast of Scotland there. So I said, I hope it's not, I'm getting a bit of reflection from my studio light. If I tip it that way, perhaps the glare is gone. So yeah, reasonably pleased with it, but it's quite different really from watercolour naturally. Same principles apply, of course, trying to get some depth and some degree of accuracy. Depends on your style. This is a fairly loose style, but it's just a little bit of fun anyway. So thanks for watching.